Hi everybody, this is Konstantin Reinfeldt and I'm back on YouTube with another harmonica lesson. Today we're going to talk about how to practice scales, and I received countless messages about this. It's an important topic, and it was also a big part of my masterclass that I gave last week at the Fan Master Workshops in Berlin, so I'm kind of into it. We can grab our C harmonicas. I'm going to play in the key of A minor today, so 4th position. Simple stuff, mostly playing wide keys on the piano. But yeah, the most important aspect here is probably to get rid of this thought of, just gotta remember this pattern and play the scale up and down and, do the fingerings that you learn on the piano. If you solely do that stuff, you might get really good at playing these exercises, but of course our goal is to actually make use of the scale in an improvisational context and stuff and have like a bigger picture of the scale, bigger overview. So in order to do that, we first also have to make like some sort of emotional connection to it. And then also, this is something that's true for everything you practice. We want to connect it to one of the other parts that music is made up. So I always think we got melody, harmony, and rhythm. And for me, harmony equals the mind, melody equals heart, and rhythm equals the body. So an exercise like this, or like just playing a scale, that's a melodic exercise, and it would be great to connect it to either harmony or rhythm. That will make things so much easier for you to really internalize a scale or something. So let's think of something like natural minor, first of all. This is the Aeolian mode. This is just wide keys on the piano, the note material from C major, but related to the A as a root note. So our root note is the 3/0 whole step bend on the C harmonica. So there are several things you could do. Of course, it's always nice to sing this too. But it's nice to hear this in a harmonic context first. Like the most neutral thing you could do and play this along to is like a drone. Usually these are being played by tempuras, or there are also some beautiful cello drones here on YouTube. I'm going to use one of them. So this gives us the most freedom for now, but then I'm going to provide some loops, like backing tracks sort of, that I created during the masterclass last week. That's pretty useful too, and then we can more dive into the rhythmic aspects of it. Okay. So instead of playing the scale up and down, so this could be any scale, a more complex one. We want to connect emotionally to it. So let's do this playing along to this scale and do this like super slowly, kind of a meditative thing. And take it note by note. First of all, we want to lock in with that 3/0 whole step bend that's just playing the root. So now I'm playing the second note of the scale, and I'm just taking my time to listen. Like, how does the note make me feel like? How does it sound, and how does it feel like to resolve it back to the root note? Going back and forth. So now I just added the note below the root note, which is G, 2/0 draw. You could also play the 3/0 whole step, 3/0 blow, the G note. So yeah, how does that feel? And then that's sort of a nice melody already. Like, try to sing that too. A, B, A, G, A. adding the next note, playing 4th blow, that's C. And so on. So that's something I would also sing back. And the important thing while singing is you gotta imagine yourself playing these notes on the harmonica at that very moment. So don't sing super fast. Sing at a tempo where you can really like imagine yourself doing it on the harmonica and imagine as vividly as possible how it feels to play those notes. Like both emotionally, but also like physically, like how does it feel to hit that 3-hole hold step bend and all that stuff. So while singing A, B, A, G, A, I'm really imagining doing that on the harmonica in my mind. So that's an important aspect. And this is just like some scalar motion, very narrow movements. But then also we want to jump around, and this is some ear training at the same time, checking out some intervals. Like, for example, checking out some fourths. So that was 4 or 5 notes. A, D, 4-hole draw. 6-hole blow. That's G, and C on 7-hole blow. Try singing it and all that stuff. So that's some ear training for your fourths. And now you're just able to kind of anticipate a little better in your improvisation already. You can hear those fourths and stuff. You can check out all those different intervals. So that's nice. A, D, G, C, G, D, A. Sing it back. While doing that, again, I'm just imagining myself doing that as vividly as possible on the harmonica. Imagining how I move around the instrument and all that stuff. So that's sort of like free from any rhythm, kind of. This is more including the harmonic aspect here, but very simple. Because we're only playing along to this drone, we could also play along to a chord or like a chord progression, which we could do. Just trying to fit everything, or like most of the thoughts I have, into this one video. Let me play this, one of the many loops I created during the masterclass last week. This has trap natural minor. There's also reggae natural minor. So already making use of the scale in like different contexts here, like different genres and stuff. So reggae is cool. We had this nice little loop going on, which just goes between D minor and A minor, which doesn't matter. We can play the A natural minor scale over both chords. So different context now. We got some harmonic information now. So I'm just trying to sing back the notes that I played. So that makes you listen to what you're playing, and you got to play the phrases that you're playing on the harmonica way more consciously. And this is also the first step to kind of turning things around, you know? In the end, that's like the ultimate goal. You should be able to sing a phrase. I mean, you don't have to be a good singer. You could also sing the rhythm at least, or like whistle, whatever feels comfortable to you. And then play it back on the harmonica. But in order to do that, we got to do it the other way around first. So we're playing a phrase first on the harmonica. We got to play it very consciously or listen very well so we can sing it back. So that's what I would do in this context. Now we got some harmonies underneath, and we got a little rhythm going on. Maybe we are into reggae music. Maybe we like something else better. This is like a little trap loop. Let's check that one out. There we go. So now we got some rhythmic information and we want to get more rhythmic ourselves. So we kind of figured out how to add the harmonic aspect, but now we're going to add some rhythm. So maybe we want to make up some rhythmic motifs to move around within the scale, right? And people also ask me a whole lot, how do I come up with rhythmic ideas? So if there's like no rhythmic accompaniment at all, like you should have your own rhythm in mind or like your own drum groove or whatever. But here we got like so much information. Let's check out the drum groove, like what's happening there. You can hear those little hi-hat rolls and stuff. Maybe you want to do something similar on the harmonica. Let's try that. So now we got a little rhythmic motif going on, which we can sequence through the scale, which is similar to transposing, but we're like just moving it around within the scale, but we're keeping the distances, or at least like the jumps within the scale, the same. Which is not necessary, but that's a way of doing it. The rhythmic ideas, dum, dum, something like that. Easy. You can stick to very few notes, or just do it on one note first. This guitar loop or whatever it is, it sounds kind of out of tune. But also my harmonica should be tuned again as well. So this is just a little example. So now we got like a little rhythmic motif which can move around. We do some sequencing and we got the harmonic context, which is great. So with like everything you practice ever, try not to focus on one single ingredient of music solely, but always like add another one. If something you want to practice is about harmony, for example, try add rhythm or melody and make up your own exercises. It's really good to do some restrictive exercises too and just kind of exclude some notes. You probably heard this a million times before, like if you're like so used to playing the blues scale, second position and stuff, just get rid of the fall half step bend for a while and then wait for just wait until you use it again, and then it makes just a way bigger impression and it has like more impact. That's talking about contrasts, but that's another video. So these are just a few ideas that came from the top of my head now, and I hope you enjoy these. Let me know in the comment section below how you practice scales. If you want to check out more instructional material, I upload regularly to my Patreon. It's a good way to support all these free videos too and get in touch with me directly. You can also get the DIY harmonica instruction book that I wrote for Hal Leonard, which is full of sheet music and songs and a lot of video material as well. And besides that, I'll just see you in the next one, I guess. We got some great Hohner Live interviews coming up, talking to Dan Murphy in 2 weeks. Fantastic harmonica player, beatboxer. and special effects harmonica challenge coming up later this month too. So yeah, grab your harmonica, practice a new scale, and don't be afraid of like searching for more of like pop-based beats or instrumentals on YouTube and figure out the keys, because these most of the time just sound way more inspiring than backing tracks that are created by software and stuff. Yeah, they can sound kind of dry and MIDI, but we don't want that. In best case, we want to be inspired by what we're playing along to. Best case, you're playing with a real human being, a real instrumentalist, but yeah, backing tracks and loops like this are also a way of doing it. So, ciao for now. See you in the next one.